Hey y'all, welcome to 16. We're going to round today. I think probably most of you guys have seen this kind of stuff before. So rounding, what the heck does that mean? It just means kind of going up or down to kind of get close to something. So it makes it easier to kind of mash stuff together and count them. Rounding, the basic way that we do this is that if let's say it's 28, and they say round that to the nearest 10. Well, you would round that to, you've got two choices. The nearest two tens to 28 are 20 and 30. And of course, we can see immediately that that's going to be closer to 30. But what if it's in the middle? Something like that. Do we round that up or down? Well, the answer is we round that up to 30. And the reason is, which I never understood when I was your age, when you have 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24, those are 5 different numbers. The 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29, obviously 5 more numbers. Those 5 will be rounded to 30. These 5 will be rounded because they're integers down to 20. Nobody is saying that 25 is closer to 30 than it is 20, but just for a convenience, we round it up that way. So let's round. Round 5,628 to the nearest 1,000. Well, we have 2 choices. This is our thousands digit. One way that people teach how to do this is that you take that digit that you're looking for, the nearest 1,000, you go right to the right 1 digit. If this is a 5 or greater, you round up. If it's 4 or less, you round down. So look at this, you go, oh, that's a 6, that's 5 or greater. So we're going to say that turns into a 6. Everything else to the right goes to 0. That's how you round. All right? Let's try another one. Round 769 to the nearest 10. Well, the first job is, which one of these is the 10? That's the tens digit, right? So you look immediately to the right, and of course that's a 9. That's 5 or greater. So what this 6 will be rounded to is a 7. Of course, we keep the 7 to the left. We don't touch that. Everything to the right is affected. Right at that digit and to the right is affected. So we just go, there we go. That's the 0. Everything else is good the way it is. Okay? Round 850 to the nearest 100. Well, which one is the hundreds digit? It's ones, tens, and 100. There's our 8. So you look immediately to the right, and that's a 5. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we're going to round up. So this 8 rounds up to a 9, and that means everything to the right of the 9 turns into zeros. Now again, we're not saying that like, oh, 850 is closer to 900. It's not. It's right in the middle. But you round enough numbers, and things balance out, and it'll be okay. So anyway, there might be a 2 numbers down from this where it's 447. Well, that's almost 50. But you'd round down to 400, and that would kind of even things out a little bit because those are very close to the middle of those 200 numbers. Okay, how do you help? What's the use of rounding? Estimating, basically. If you're in a store and something costs $2.18, and something else costs $4.93, and a bunch of those, and you don't have a calculator, or you're kind of trying to just eyeball this and saying how much money you have, do you have enough money with tax and all that, you can do it that way. So what you would say is you go, well, let's see, well, we can even pretend like this is money. We can say that that's 200 cents or $2. And then this is about 500 cents or $5 or whatever. So that's about 700, we would say, or $7. That's an example of how rounding helps estimating. Okay, let's estimate the sum of those 2 numbers. Well, we can look at this and go, okay, well, this is a 100 number. I'm just going to stick with rounding to hundreds. So 576 would round to about 600, right? 319 would round to about, 300. So that's 600 plus 300, it's about 900. This is the same thing that you'd be in a grocery store. Oh, this is $5.76. This is $3.19. It's about $9. Which you'd be very right. The actual answer to this is 895, which is a pretty good estimation. Right? They don't always work out that nicely, but in general, it's a helpful tool to be able to do. Well, look at this graph. How many more people lived in Ashton in 2000 than in 1980? Well, let's take a look at the graph. Well, let's see here. In 1980, how many people lived in Ashton? We could look across, and it says population, then it says population in thousands. So this is not just, hey, 10 people lived here. No, this is 10,000 people lived here according to, if it got that high. So in 1980, which is here, how many people lived in Ashton? Well, this is the number we're looking for, right? Well, if you look, every separate line going up on this axis is worth 2,000 if we look at the graph. So this would be 2,000. That's 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. Of course, that would be 4,000, right? So in 1980, 4,000 persons approximately lived in, well, it looks pretty close to 4,000. In 2000, let's take a look at this. How many people lived in Ashton in 2000? Well, let's see, at least 6,000. And it looks like it's almost right in the middle of 6,000 and 8,000, which would be a 7,000. Okay, make sure you answer the question, though. The answer is 3,000, because 7,000 is 3,000 more than 4,000. So there's your answer. Okay. All right. This practice set, it contains approximately 6,000 questions in it. It's on page 79. So we'll pause it. I'll just pause it and do A, B, and C first, and then we'll come together. So pause it and do A, B, and C. Okay, let's do A, B, and C together. A is 60, B 60, C 50. Okay, let's do D through F. Go ahead and pause it and do D through F. Okay, D, 300, E, 400, F, also 400. All right? G, H, and I, pause it and do those three. All right, G would be 4,000, H would be 8,000, I, 7,000. All right, try J, K, L, and M. So those four, J, K, L, and M, pause it and give those a whirl, and then it'll come back. Okay, and again, these are just estimates. This would be about 600. K would be about 100. L would be about 900, because what we're talking about is 30 times 30, right? That's what we're doing. 30 times 30 is 900. M, about 30 into 600 would be about 20. So it's rough estimate. Okay. All right, give N and O a whirl, and then come on back and we'll do it together. Okay, N would be about 1,000. If not exactly 1,000, okay? O looks like 9,000, okay? So, no warm-ups today, but to knock out your problem set, try to get at least 25 or maybe 27 right today, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. See ya.